Yo, what is good, everybody? S Crypto 101 coming to you guys with another video today. And today we are going to be talking about the updates from Forex on what happened with the launch delay and some major changes that we have coming to the animal farm ecosystem. So you have to check this out. If you're in drip, you have to check this out. If you're an animal farm, you have to check this out because these are huge changes that you need to know and make sure you understand. This might change a lot of people's game plan when it comes to the farm. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure that you comment. Let me know if your strategy changed. What are your thoughts on the farm? What's going on in your head? Also, make sure you smash that subscribe button. We're almost to 2,300 subscribers. I think we're like 12 away. So let's get to 2,300 with this video. All you have to do is hit that red subscribe button and you will be good to go. So let's get straight into it. Don't want this to be a super long video. So always got to look at the faucet here. Like I said, we are over 5K. Gonna let this accumulate and then compound it. Thinking about possibly making, another wallet and depositing some there just so I can, start building something somewhere else and not just have one account at this point. So definitely looking forward to doing that at some point, but I'm more so probably going to let this honestly build up and then just compound it. Really just trying to see what the price action is going to be with drip, especially with these huge bullish tax changes that I'm going to talk about right now. So just to get into it, we're going to explain how things were set up before, and then we're going to talk about how things have changed. So initially, as you can see here, you can check the wiki, you can do whatever you want. But when it comes down to how this farm was structured at first, there were 3 ways for you to be able to get pigs in the farms. So you had to either use dogs BUSD, dogs WBNB, or you could come here to the drip BUSD pool and then get get pigs as well. As you can see here, everything else was dogs. Now this was something I honestly was sitting and it was late at night and I was thinking about it. It was like, why wouldn't someone just get drip BUSD? They don't have to worry about the vesting model and the taxes from dogs, and just pretty much put their bag in that. That's going to help drip because either that person has a big bag of drip they already had and they're going to get taxed on that when they deposit it and withdraw it. Or what could happen is somebody could buy a lot of drip and that's going to help drip as well. And then they would still pay those taxes. But my main thing was, why wouldn't somebody just get drip BUSD, have a big amount of it, farm pigs, and then all they would have to do is dump pigs. I think there's a 3 to 4% tax on pigs right now, and that's it. So you literally would be farming pigs, dumping it, and then we would definitely see that on the chart because I know there's some major wells out there. I've seen people with thousands of drip LPs in their wallet just ready to farm. So that was how it was set up initially. Now, what that would cause is definitely have a greater sell pressure when it comes to pigs, just because it's easy, right? So dogs, you already know dogs. If you don't know at this point, dogs has a very complex, not very complex, but it has a thorough tax model that is built into it, that you have to hold it in your wallet, put it in the dog pound, a couple of different things to make sure that your wallet loyalty score is lower so that you don't get taxed as high, because the tax on dogs starts at 90%. So that's huge. I mean, you can imagine $1,000 in dogs and all you get is $100 back if you sold them. That's crazy. So what has been done is the fact that this is going to be changed is huge. So Forex came on today and he gave us an update. He was talking about how there was some personal issues going on with the team, some stuff like that got squared away. And then he was talking about how, he was just up and working on things. And then he was wanting to find some way to make this change. And he just didn't know how to do it. But then after consulting, with his team and really thinking on it, he found a way to implement the change. So what the change is it's going to change the drip BUSD reward token for farming. So what that means is this is no longer going to be pigs. It's going to be changed to dogs. Now, what that does is it forces people who are in the drip BUSD pool now to have to be exposed to that dog vesting model with the high taxes and having to hold the dog tokens in the dog pound for your tax break to pretty much go down, right? Or not tax break, but your tax rate to actually go down. So now the only two ways that you'll be able to get pigs from the farms is by either having dogs BUSD or dogs WBNB. You will no longer be able to get pigs from drip BUSD. This will be switching to dogs payout. So make sure you understand that. Now we'll go directly to the Telegram and take a look at that here because I did forward this from another group chat over to the Bag Builders Telegram. So if you have not joined the Bag Builder Telegram, definitely do that. The link for that will be in the description below. Always try to get the most updated information for you so that you know exactly what's going on. And I'm in a lot of different group chats, so I can get a lot of different sources and provide it here to the team. So shout out to Sheep of Crypto, and then shout out to Mother Goose. So this is just a quick write-up for anyone that had missed the voice chat or wants to read through some of the key points. So the game theory was previously set up so that people could use drip BUSD to farm pigs and could immediately dump pigs if they wanted to, like I had said earlier. We wanted to create a structure across the board that ensured nobody could bypass the step of needing dogs to farm pigs, while incentivizing and improving the drip BUSD LP mechanics, fee structures, and utility. The dogs vesting model is what prevents people from dumping when they initialize a claim on the farm. Vesting model encourages to farm AFP and reduce tax in dog pound. If people can immediately farm pigs with drip, it will make the barrier to farm dogs much higher and less incentivized for most users, as they can skip that step and farm pigs outright. Which makes sense, right? That's what I was saying. If you could just come in with drip versus dogs, and you come in with drip BUSD, you don't even have to expose yourself to the dogs tax, whole dogs. You don't have to do any of that. So why would you, right? So now what's going to happen is they are going to remove the ability to farm pigs with drip BUSD LPs, and that would be a major improvement for the AF Animal Farm game theory. So what's going to happen is when you use drip BUSD in a farm, you'll farm dogs token, which has the vesting model, which is the tax structure. So you're rewarded in an asset that has vesting. This farm will have an increased multiplier and now will be the highest non-native multiplier, so the most efficient way to farm dogs will be the drip BUSD pool. It will also have a lower entry and exit fee compared to other farm pools. So what that means here is the fact that the multiplier means how many dogs are set aside to pay out rewards, right? So the higher the multiplier, the more dogs that you'll be able to get per block. So that is definitely going to be an incentivization there. Incentivization, is that a word? It sounds good, but I don't know if it's a word. But it's going to be more incentive, right? Because if I can put this amount of money here and I can get more dogs versus if I went here, I'm going to go to the first place because I can get more dogs for the amount of money I am staking. Now, when we come here to the wiki, I think this is very important to see is the tax structure on the farms. So as you can see here, when we look at the farms and the taxes, the drip BUSD LP core farm had a 1% deposit tax and then a 1% withdrawal tax. And then there was no kind of reward claim tax here. The other non-native farms were 2% deposit and then 2% withdrawal tax. Now what they'll be doing is they're changing the withdrawal tax here to 2%. So they bumped it up. So literally that's something I talked about in yesterday's video. I was like, I think that they're going to be changing the tax on the drip pool, because I was asking about that. I was like, why would we not just bump this up by like 1%, 1.5%? That's going to help out the drip ecosystem in the tax vault immensely. So that is actually what happened. So this is what the change was. So these are just some things here, some other things with 1 and 2, but this is what is important to learn here. The fee structure change, which will allow for sustained buy pressure for drip and relief from the faucet dividend model. So if you don't understand really what that means is drip pays out by giving the daily dividends to people who have drip and are earning in the faucet. It pays out from the tax vault. Now, if the tax vault is empty, then what drip does is it mints new tokens to be able to pay out that 1% every single day. So as we mint more and more and more tokens, that's going to increase the circulating supply and just the overall supply. And what that's going to do is that's going to dilute the cost of each drip token. So by increasing the tax and putting more drip into the tax vault from deposits and withdrawals in the farm, that's going to allow us to have more drip in the tax vault, which means that there's going to be less minting of drip tokens, which is huge. That is really the main reason that we have the price of the drip token right now. It's because the tax vault cannot sustain the 1% payout every single day for everybody in the ecosystem. So it's having to mint new tokens to make that payout. So this directly will help that by increasing the amount of drip that goes to the tax vault. Now, previously there was a 1% deposit and a 1% withdrawal fee, which was less than all the others. Now there is a 1% in and a 2% out, which is still less than all the other farms because the other ones are 2% in and then 2% out. So more incentive to use the drip BUSD pool. Now, what was happening was previously it was unpairing and sending drip to the tax vault. This significantly helped with the Manor Farm. We saw the price pump because of this direct mechanism here. The tax vault was having drip sent to it and giving drip payout relief. This can be paid out without minting when this happens and at a rate where it's paying out while decreasing circulating supply. So that's going to be the change. We now have a 2% deposit or withdrawal tax on the drip USD pool. And that is going to be huge because it is now taking the drip that's being collected from the fees. And also now we'll be taking the BUSD and buying drip. So just think about that. Think about it, right? So if I'm putting a big bag into the drip BUSD pool, it gets taxed as soon as I put it in 1%. So that 1%, the drip side is going to go directly to the tax vault. The BUSD side of it is going to buy drip and send that to the tax vault. And then the same on the withdrawal side. So can you imagine how much that is going to help out? That not only do we have the BUSD, or not only do we have the drip that is coming from that tax to the vault, we also have the BUSD that is creating a buy pressure on drip and then sending it to the vault as well. And then we have the increased taxes on the withdrawal side. That is huge. I don't think people understand how big that is, and that's really going to help the drip ecosystem. It's important because this will likely 3 to 4x the amount being sent to the tax vault. This isn't normal buy pressure because you're not taking BUSD from another source. It works as a compounding buy pressure because it's coming from the sell side of the order book and putting it on the buy side, which has a compounding buy pressure on the price. So this will make pigs more valuable as this increases the scarcity without being able to farm them outright with the drip BUSD LP pool. And the vesting benefits of AFD won't be able to be skipped, improving the overall game theory across the board. So this is a huge change. This is very big. This changes a lot of things. This makes the pig token more scarce, as it said, because you only are able to get it from 2 farms now, no longer 3. This is also going to help drip because we are putting more drip into the tax vault via the drip taxes on the drip BUSD LP farm. So that's going to be huge for the whole ecosystem. And then now we have dogs, which I really think dogs is going to perform well. I think it's going to do at least a couple X's in my opinion. Can't wait to be able to stake those and start earning that BUSD or the BNB, and then also being able to lower that tax on my dogs overall. So super excited. So as you can tell, I'm super excited to, hear this news, be able to tell you guys about it. But my main question is, that's not even the way I wanted to say it. Where it at though? That's really what I'm asking. And for people that don't know what I just said, I am asking, where is the location of the updates? So with that, I am just really ready to see it here and now. Not now. I mean, now I know it's not going to be here, but what is going to happen is, as you can see, the plan of action here below, opening the test net over the weekend. So everybody's going to be able to access that test net to be able to see what is going on, be able to use it, test it out. I think this is super important that this does get done because this really shows us that it's up and running, at least to some capacity, right? I don't think they're going to sit here and build out this whole test net if it's not ready to go and if it's not truly built on the main net. So then they plan on a mainnet launch on Tuesday. I would just say go ahead and bet on next Thursday, just so you are not upset, so you're not frustrated. We know how this goes. There might be something that comes up, but I would just go ahead and bank on next Thursday. Not saying it's going to be Thursday, but go ahead and just set your expectations to that point so you don't even have to worry about it going forward. So really just wanted to talk about this. This is huge for Drip, huge for the whole ecosystem. Like, this makes me so bullish. You know, I really hate that we had the delays and stuff like that, but I think this is a necessary change. To be honest, this is a big change. This is going to help out Drip a lot. So hey, I hope you have been building your drip bag. I think that if you do not have as much drip as you want by the time that the animal farm launches, you're kind of going to be SOL. Obviously, you can buy it at a higher price, but I think that now is the best time to buy. I don't even think that we're over $6 at this point. So I'm telling you, now is the time to accumulate. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing right now, just because I think that is the best play. So want to keep this short. We'll go ahead and cut it from here. We have some huge changes coming for the ecosystem for drip, dogs, pigs, everywhere. So definitely check this out. There is a lot of information out there. If you want to check this one out directly, you can always check in the Bag Builder Telegram. The link to that will be in the description below. And then as well as all the links to join the team. We have the drip team, we have the garden team, we have the piggy bank team. We got every team out there because we are the best team. We're the Bag Builder team, right? So make sure you guys check me out on Twitter at scrypto101. Well, there'll be some content on there that doesn't always make it to the video, as well as some updates with the faucet, some other things like that. Make sure that you also smash that like button. Let's try to get this to 100 plus as always. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're only like 12 or 13 subscribers away from 2,300. So let's get there with this video. And then as always, we're going to let Forex and his team keep doing their thing. Let them keep deving, and we're going to focus on what we do best, and that is building the bag.